Alright, we're back with recording. How's it going out there? It's been quite a while. Just on 2004Scape, doing a little bit of rune crafting. I guess what prompted me to make another video was the fact that, I guess what would you call it, the interface? I don't know, just this like border around here, this stone border. They're changing from this design to like the typical skinny one that you see in like pictures from '05, maybe '06 too. So that kind of made me sad, and I think this just was a really unique look. Kind of silly, I think. Anyway, just regular rune crafting. I don't think I'll go into too much personal stuff. I just kind of wanted to record the game as it's shown here before it gets its little graphical makeover. It's been pretty interesting. How many months has it been? I think they released February of this year, so it's been 5 months of 2004. Something like that. Pretty much was hyped for it on release. Maybe not the most time to binge on skilling because I'm just busy IRL, but no, it was great in the beginning when everyone was just condensed to free-to-play zones. I think that's what ultimately gives RS those vibes that everybody knows. I think the game really thrives on hype. And now things are a little more dispersed. I think the player counts dwindled a little bit, but I guess that's just natural progression, if you want to call that progress. I was thinking of selling these S. I think I have like 3,000 something in the bank, just for some quick cash. Like, starting the game was sort of, the S were really cheap. Maybe like 13 each, 15 each you could sell. I mean, I feel like you were lucky to find somebody buying for 20 each. And that was like a fat come up several months ago. And my point being just the fact that now they're around 200 to 220 each, which is like such great starter cash, even just all around good cash. I think like S are pretty much so easy to mine, and they're comparable to lobsters, which take a while to fish, at least on Classic. Coming from Classic knowledge and experience. But I thought since the game is changing, since this little aesthetic, really old school element is changing, these little stones around the inventory are changing, that I would just runecraft for some content instead. Know what I mean? Yeah, but back to the fact of like RS really thriving on hype, I feel like that's a formula that has yet to be figured out. It just seems like there's always a move that's made that ends up, I don't know, shutting it off, or turning turning the vibes down. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You probably know what I mean. I think the one thing with 2004 was just the shutdown of the original Discord, I guess like talking channel. But I mean, after Pizzazz described like they just want to code and not be bothered too much because that Discord channel is pretty ripe with like several thousand people popping off. Even now on the alternative one, I forget what it's called. I'm rarely on there, but I just like pop in every once in a while to check in what people are saying, and it's just this non-stop stream of just RuneScape stuff and a bunch of other nonsense. And yeah, I think a lot of the stuff that I see is promising. I think maybe the age group is a little bit younger, for whatever reason that might be. Maybe back when this was the peak experience of RS for them, which it was for me. But I don't know, it's just the sense that I get. So it's fun. It's still fun. Props to everybody out there grinding away. It's crazy to think about this game compared to Classic as far as like rune acquisition goes. Night and day difference. I mean, I'm still just making mind runes here. Like, I can't even imagine what that feeling must be like, or even what must have been like for, say, like a long time ago back in the day of somebody crafting nature runes for like the first week, first few months, coming from maybe like a really OG classic player, like '01, '02, '03, and then all of a sudden, bam, '03 into '04. Now you're making thousands a week or whatever the optimal rate is. Pretty good feeling. I can only imagine. We'll get there soon, but my progress is going pretty slow. I pretty much work as much as I can these days. So that's where I'm at. It's also nice too because lately I've moved my computer. Well, we moved apartments like within the same area, but nevertheless a whole new unit. And my computer that I played on for a while was in like sort of if you picture like a kitchen, a tiny apartment kitchen with like a little nook carved into the side of the wall, and with like just a inch thick sort of like faux granite slab or whatever sort of stone. And it has the hole for the cords to go down into the outlet. Just very simple. But anyway, my setup was right there and right behind or in front of the refrigerator across from it. And it was just such a hollow metallic sound, like auditorily sitting down, trying to like talk or even doing anything. So I was just really put off. I didn't want to record, just putting myself on blast out in the kitchen. So now my computer, my setup is in what we call the art room with um, our art stuff. I have a easel with a painting right next to me, jar of oil, a couple canvases, all that jazz. And then she has all of her fun crochet crafts and all sorts of fun stuff. Stack of books, just a bunch of stuff in here. But the acoustics are a lot better. That was my main point. So yeah, just busy IRL trying to scrape together as much cash, but like it really just comes and goes. There's really not a lot of savings. So it's a lot. um, but there's still always time for a little RS. So we're still good. I suppose I could have used this time to paint, which I was. And then I remembered, like, oh, hey, let's record the RS video before they freaking change the look of it. all about the looks, man. You can tell if I like to paint, visuals really appeal. I mean, who don't they appeal to? But for me especially, I just thought it was really neat to see this really old version of RS2 that I've never really experienced. So that's kind of why I'm sort of antsy about capturing this little shard of experience. Do I wish they would keep it looking this way? Of course, I mean, it speaks 04 to me. The next graphical update they're doing, I should stop saying graphical, just like interface update, is more reminiscent of 05. So that's just where I am on it. I'm not sure if I'm being optimal with making the mind runes here. Oh, these don't have guides yet that pop up. Okay. I'm just going to keep doing the mines anyway, just because I need them. 23 magic. Anything else I wanted to go into? Yeah, again, it's great that S are selling for so much money now. I mean, there's pretty much a steady market for it. If you haven't played the game, hit it up. It's easy money, as usual, friendly people, competition, yada yada. Sort of got a dry voice going on here. I'm going to set my headset down and grab some water pretty quick. Hopefully I don't get killed in the wildy. Okay, that's better. No assailants rolling in on me, trying to snipe this 27 essence. How much is that? I don't know, like 5k, 6k, something. Yeah, it ain't worth it. Or maybe it is. I was thinking, like, down in the S mines here, like, I did do a lot of S mining a long time ago for, early, like, actual RS2 and OSRS re-release. Or OSRS release, whatever. And, the vibes down there are so cool, like cool as in temperature, like cold and silvery. I sort of enjoy it, especially on this hot summer day in Phoenix, Arizona. Just really put me in like a silver vibe, like what else? I think one thing that I did was purchase an iPod off of eBay, an iPod mini, second gen, and it's a silver one. And it was just such a sensation to hold the thing. I mean, they really dialed it in. I could tell it was authentic as soon as I held it because my other iPod before that one that recently conked out, like officially, is a iPod Classic from 2016. That was a counterfeit, so it was like a super light iPod. It wasn't anything like my friend's, who was like, I guess, the original inspiration for me wanting that back then. But yeah, it was just like a bunk iPod. It still worked, but cheap. But then this new mini, yeah, thick, dense, silvery, authentic, just amazing. I would recommend them to anybody. You can find them in good shape on eBay for like $60, something like that. I wonder what makes the computer sort of heat up from time to time using apps like this, the OBS. Is it too much CPU usage? I don't understand. It's kind of how my brain feels right now. Just taking it easy. Other things in 2004. I did buy a black Cavalier, which was pretty pimpin'. That was like a very coveted item way back when. My main memory of seeing them in the game were used to be in Yanil, like at the bank, a bunch of high-level Fletchers that would hang out there, just stand there all day making arrows and bows and whatnot. And they all had black Cavaliers, so I was like, damn, that's really awesome. That's my memories of back then. I paid, I think, like 1.75, maybe 1.8 for it, which, not a bad price, but they seem to have gone down. They'll probably continue to go down. I didn't really mind overpaying, just because I like the item itself. So it's all good. Keep it forever. Nice little heirloom. Yeah, I'll be sure to hit up Classic soon too. I've just been, like I said, MIA for a bit, and just really on Classic doing some mining on vanilla for Lone Lamer. Just hitting them up with coals and myths. So it's just been a slow accumulation now. I think I'm at like 5,500-ish coal, 1,600-ish myths. So I'm just gonna keep stacking for now on Classic. Yeah, so just continuing on. It'll be great to have a good rune stash to finally train my magic up because, yeah, again, it's pretty low. I love the way magic spells look. Like, just the chromatics of them and, like, yeah, all of the colors, the juicy, bright colors, I guess casting the spells are pretty fun to see. Especially compared to Classic, if you know, you know. Um, all different sorts of sprites and effects. Yeah, great spell book. Not overwhelming. I mean, I'm pretty much a critic of OSRS these days. Um, I've said it before, it's overblown, but I'm not gonna go into a whole spiel on that. I mean, if people enjoy it, then that's good for them. I feel like I've sort of been left behind on that game, despite having pretty good wealth, stats too. So just pop in once in a while to hang out with a couple homies on there. I've done a lot of name changes on OS over the years, but lately, to my satisfaction, the name just Cruz with like spaces in between each letter was available. I feel like I've checked before and it wasn't available, but it was, so I just changed it to that. So that's my name on OS. If you're ever curious. Although, I wouldn't hold your breath if you're counting on me logging in. Unless there's a good reason, maybe to go like bossing or something fun once in a while. That'll be nice to do in the future. I'll be pretty stocked up and ready, but not a lot of experience with like the newer bosses. I mean, just to put a cap on it, like every time I like look back into the game and like check out like, oh hey, these are the updates that they released recently. It's so confusing, and it just seems like there's this never-ending push for new content. So I feel like it escapes me. Maybe this is just, maybe aging a bit, maybe a little bit less neuroplasticity. Maybe the illusion of an awesome game has been a little bit corrupted just from what we've all experienced over the years. If you've been playing for a long time like me, there's there's just been so many revisions and so many servers and just this never-ending merry-go-round of updates, you know, just problematic situations that rub people the wrong way. And then if, an unofficial server, boom, gets taken down, and it's like, fuck, all my hard work for nothing. And then there's a period of glee, and then there's a period of decay. So I guess it just comes down to enjoying it while it lasts. That's the probably the goat of all philosophies with anything that you're doing is it's really about the experience and not trying to hold on too much, even though I'd love to hang on to the way 04 looks as it is. But just gonna make my peace with it. Back to 2004. Any goals that I have post rune crafting? Rune crafting is such a chill skill. I might just continue to do this in my off time, passively playing. Just because you're really not forced to be overwhelmingly immersed in the actions. It's just doing laps, pretty much. If there was another skill I would train, I mean, I feel like it's obvious. I would do wood cutting, like on RS2 back in the day. Like it was just all about wood cutting. I love to get my U's, my magics. Gosh, that's an old memory too. Just like finally getting to 75. 75 or 76? I'm pretty sure it's 75 for magic logs, and it's like first 100 magic logs immediately in Sears Village. You're selling them to afford a amulet of glory, Dragonstone amulet for classic players. It's like it was such a great purchase, but like those first logs take so damn long to chop down, and it's almost not even worth it. But that's the charm of playing back then. You don't realize that you can get money quicker. Really, you just think the highest thing you can achieve will be better. But also back then, it was like there was also like a ton of people at the trees in pretty much the same boat doing the same thing, and you all get to know each other, and it doesn't really matter like that it's taking a while. I think that was the beauty of playing all those years ago. And then eventually, you get good, you get a stash, and you have millions more in cash, and it's just easier. Like 2009, 2010, and 2011 were really like my prime woodcutting years. And then, for those who know RuneScape history, 2012 came around, and it was just like a slow but imminent death, basically. And until OSRS released The Circle of Life. But yeah, this project is sweet as like an early template of RS2. I'm really enjoying it. Like I just feel like the limitations really add to the game instead of detract from it. Like I've probably made this comparison somewhere else, but if you're making music with like a synthesizer, you can pretty much achieve what you're trying to achieve with maybe 32 keys. Like you don't need 256 keys to make an amazing track. Somewhere in that direction of comparison. Things always stay a little bit more charming with their limitations rather than just this endless expanse that seems to distance itself from the original formula of what made the game great, at least in my opinion. What would I do post woodcutting? Um, Geez, these stats. Um, I don't know. I would just probably get my melee stats up a bit and then just combat stats all around and then do some quests. I really am lacking in the field of quests, that department. Yeah. I bet there's like so much fun being had out there. If you're really into this game, and it's like, maybe you don't have as many responsibilities in life, and maybe you are in, who knows, late teens, early 20s, whatever. Like that's just such a prime era to be just like sinking into a game. I'm kind of jealous, but I've had my fun. Yeah, and there's probably like so many cool things going down right now. I didn't see hundreds of people online like I usually did a little while ago, but still, I bet there's like peak hours and just like um, maybe PKing battles happening. Occasionally, I'll see a picture of the Wildy with like people popping off, which was really great. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for this project, like to have every year of RS pretty much cataloged and like really polished and combed through. Just sounds amazing. I really hope it stays that way forever. That would truly be amazing. I think the powers that be should really greenlight this project, these projects, currently and in the future. No shade. Now, the debate is if I'll take my account with me to 2005, or I might even be forgetting how it works. Like, I can play once the '05 server releases and still have my progress wherever I land once it launches and then continue from there, or stay in '04 and make a new account. I'm sort of forgetting how that works, but I know that your account pretty much does carry on to each revision if you want it that way. Obviously, you can't backtrack and go to a previous year server. That's just logic right there. I am curious how they will be introducing rares into the game. I do think they are essential to RuneScapeology, like just prestigious items are a good sign of wealth. I mean, humans just love status like that. I don't think it'll ever go away, as arbitrary as they are, or as it seems. People love their fun items. So we'll see how they choose to introduce them. I was an advocate for just going the original way and transferring accounts from Classic to '04, like they did a long time ago, that have rares, which would be interesting to see. I don't think a lot of people would do it, so rares would be extremely pricey. But we'll see what they end up deciding on. Yeah, out of gas, out of run energy. Yeah, I'll probably cap it off here in a few minutes. I just wanted to like pop in and say what's up to like the 30 people out there. I think whatever number of subscribers, people that like RuneScape content. I love to see it and listen to it whenever I'm at work, just like not doing much. Sit down and play a fresh video. And we just continue on. We continue grinding, enjoying the game, you know, making new friendships, seeing who's out there, seeing who the real grinders are. Whether you're casual or hardcore, it's just good to be here in this world. So I'll check back in a little bit, and I will see you all around soon. Take care.